Ba-da-ba-da!
Ta-da! We're back.
What episode is it?
I think it's 7. Welcome back to episode 7 of Gel.
Gel and Tell.
We stopped using our the jingle.
I think we only ever used it once.
Yeah.
But last
really
time I
liked
tried to
it.
use it, last time I tried to press it on the podcast,
You
I
pressed
pressed
the
the
wrong
wrong
thing.
voice note. I just started playing like a family voice note, like, oh, that's not fair. That's not for air. Oh.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling really good.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's the 1st of April. Happy April Fool's Day. I can't say we did any April Fools today, which is a bit of a shame.
No,
I couldn't think of any good ones.
it's okay. I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
no, that's actually a lie. I filmed a story and I didn't post it.
Did you?
Yeah. So I filmed a story of me saying that I was quitting the business and that I was setting up a new company called G, and this was my way of telling you. And then I went to post it, but this is pathetic really, but I hadn't put any makeup on yet and I looked like a death. I looked terrible. So then I went to put my makeup on for the podcast, came back and 12 o'clock had passed, so I'd missed my boat of opportunity. So yeah, you didn't get the have you frozen or have I frozen? I think it's just me on the podcast today then, because Nora looks like she's frozen. Don't worry, I was up this morning singing a sweet song, singing this is my message to you. Did your internet die?
Yeah, out of nowhere. So I'm on 5G now, but I'm back. This is my dedication to the pod.
That's so annoying. Do you want to start again?
No.
Oh, okay, well, I started singing Bob Marley for a few minutes. Just was like, oh, you look, but you actually look beautiful in your frozen face. You know, sometimes you get a proper, like, not you, but like anyone, you were like,
Oh, I love
serene and smiley. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. I just really loved
But-
your April Fool's story.
I didn't post it, so kind of no one got the bants because I didn't share them. And then I also thought, oh, maybe she's going to think this is really mean and we'll fall out over it or something. And I was like, no, we're not going to do that. So we didn't post it. I don't think I've even saved it, but it was literally like, hi guys, just wanted to make an announcement.
I can't believe you.
Silly. I didn't do it, did I? Anyways, welcome to episode 7. Today is a Q&A, which means question and answer, in case you were wondering. And lots of you, lovely lot, have sent us in some questions for us to run through. So maybe we just jump in.
Yeah, here's the 30 minutes of us yapping. I think we should start with a bit more of a life one that I got asked, and I found it quite interesting because I think I don't know if we'll have different takes on it, but I got asked, do you have a better work-life balance now that you are fully self-employed?
Sorry, it's not funny because it's so legit.
I did not expect you to react that way.
Sorry.
There's your answer.
I've been laughing manically for like 3 days, I think.
Out of nowhere as well. And I'm like, what is she on? Like, what's going on here? Yeah.
You answer first.
I think yes, but it's all relative because I feel like I work more, but I've got more flexibility. So yes, because I get to do things at times that I wouldn't get to do on a 9 to 5. We give each other the flexibility of like, you know, like, for example, my dad came to London last week. I was able to just like, you know, change my hours a bit and go and see him, like things like that. You know, we're seeing friends for coffee tomorrow, like things like that, like we're able to now do during the daytime that we wouldn't be able to do on a 9 to 5. So I do really enjoy that flexibility side of things. And I do feel like that reflects in a better work-life balance because you're not always like rushing to get everything in or like try and please everyone, but then always feel conflicted by your own schedule and da-da-da. So in that sense, yes. However, I don't think it's because of less work. That's my view.
Yeah. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because I think we came from working in startups, which is very different from maybe like a classic 9 to 5 corporate job. For me, the sort of, because it's remote working and it was like startup culture, which is very much not 9 to 5. It's 8 till 8 minimum. I've been working like that for 6 years. So to be totally transparent, the shift hasn't been that different. I feel like the main things, like you say, are the flexibility, not having to ask someone, oh, I want to take a day off, or I'm going, like, you know, got my hair cut on Friday midday like, you
Yeah.
know, didn't have to rush back, was just like, get my hair cut, can
Yeah.
reply to a few messages, like that kind of flexibility, love. So I guess you could say that's better work-life
Yeah.
balance. But like I work just as many, if not more hours than I did, but I worked already like 12-hour days.
Yeah.
So it's not like, and that's not like a flex, that's not a good thing. Hopefully we won't have to do that forever. But it's kind of just like, I think startup culture is very similar to self-employed culture and life. So it's maybe not a completely accurate like if you were coming from like a corporate office job where you switch off at 5 and you don't look at your laptop or phone, going to self-employed would feel so different. But if you
Yeah.
work like remote first on a laptop in a startup from home,
Yeah.
it's not
In
that
that
different.
sense, I think our environment hasn't changed. There's like we still work online. You know, we do meet up more often, and we do have a lot of like in-person stuff with clients that we didn't used to have in the start of that. We used to work, it was fully remote. It was very much on the laptop every single day for long hours. But yeah, we've got more flexibility in that sense.
I think it made it easier, to be honest, like because we're already used to this way of life and work,
Yeah.
to go from
See,
that.
yeah. Whenever people tell me about like going to the office and stuff, I think because I'm so used to like this routine, you know, like working remotely for so many years, I can't picture it.
Honestly, I have so much like respect and admiration for people that can work in an office,
Yeah.
but it really wasn't for me. Like my career really started like to take off once I left the
Yeah.
office, because I could not concentrate with the noises, the smells, the people. I don't care what Sue had for dinner last night. I literally struggled so much with the environment that my
Yeah.
productivity and creativity was so low. As soon as I left the office and worked from home, like I was able to actually progress at work.
Yeah.
I don't think it's very like I think office environments are really difficult for certain types of brains and people. And
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but whatever's wrong with me doesn't work in an office.
See, I really enjoyed working in an office. I enjoyed having people around me. I think, you know, I did enjoy that element, but I think getting up every day, having to be there at a specific time, like losing time in commuting, like all of that, I think we're much more productive because of the setup that we've got now. I think there's pros and
Yeah.
cons. I do think that a good balance is good. Like with people that do like hybrid settings, you know, when they go to the office once a week or something, so they still get that element of like seeing other people, like seeing, I think in-person work is very beneficial at some cases as well, depending on your line of work as well. So yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a expansion to your question.
Yeah. Let's move into how to build confidence for sales. This is quite a big question, really. And I strongly believe that without confidence, you can't sell. So I think it's a really good question, but it's not a simple one to answer because it depends on so many different things.
Yeah.
So having confidence in selling something is, in my opinion, if it's a service business, and typically what we do and the kind of businesses that we work with is,
Yeah.
do I believe I can genuinely make a difference and help this person? And if I am speaking to someone and I know I can help them, then that's where the confidence is going to come from. If I'm speaking to someone on a consultation call and I don't think I can help them, like I don't think I can grow their business or I don't believe that I could add value, then of course I'm not going to be confident and I'm probably not going to get the sale. But I also wouldn't want the sale because I only want
Yeah.
to sell to someone that I can actually help, because who wants to get a client that doesn't get results and that doesn't stay with them? So the confidence has to come from a belief that you have got a good product, that you're good at what you do and that you can get results and actually
Yeah.
help the person you're speaking to. So I'd say if you're not feeling confident when you're speaking to leads, you maybe need to work on the service and focus on getting some really good results, building case studies and
Yeah.
that belief in yourself that I'm really fucking good at this, that my product works, that my service is great, that I back this because it makes a difference to people. So yeah, that's maybe not what the question is asking, how to build confidence for sales, but I do think that if your service and product are not good and not getting results,
Yeah.
you don't believe you can help, so therefore it translates into the sales.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. I think confidence comes massively from knowing that you're good at what you do, for sure. I do also think, however, that there is a mindset thing here with sales and confidence where if you go into the conversation hoping that you will sell, you're going with the wrong mindset, in my opinion. Sales is just a very good, nice conversation of you trying to help someone. If that ends up in a positive result, great. If not, and they weren't the right fit, that's also fine. Like I have always said this with like people signing up, it's like it's either a win or a lesson. It's not a loss. Like if someone doesn't sign up, it's not never. it might be like a not now, and that's fine, but reflect on that conversation, what went well, what could have gone better, and kind of like, yeah, improve that skill for sure. But I think there's an element of like pressure going into sales calls, having to get out of that sales call winning, that puts people off and actually gets them to perform worse. So yeah, I do think there's a big part of that, which is the mindset side of things. And I always, my biggest advice here is like, switch the mindset. I'm not here to sell, I'm here to help. Because if you go in that conversation wanting to give as much value as possible, help that person, they're genuinely going to see you for the person that you are, and that you genuinely mean well and like want to have an impact. Where if you go in being very pushy, like trying all these like very unethical sales tactics, you know, all this stuff on the call, you're going to push people away, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah,
totally agree. I think some of, maybe just like on this, one of the most common mistakes that we see when we review consultation calls, that does come back down to sales confidence, but is not listening enough. So you've got 2 ears, 1 mouth for a reason. If you are on your sales call and you were just rabbiting on and you were just telling them all about the program and making it all about you and all about the thing you want them to buy, they're not going to buy because you're not actually listening to them. The sales call should be like 70% them talking and 30% you talking. Like, it's not actually really a pitch. It's a conversation where you're asking good questions and you're listening, and then you're figuring out, can I help this person? And if yes, then you explain how. But I think a lot of people get it the wrong way around, and they think, right, I'm going into a sales pitch now. I'm going to just yabber on at someone and just like tell them all about my product. And it's like, it's not actually about your product. It's about them.
Yeah. 100%. Last thing, don't focus on the features, focus on the benefits. If you expect people to buy by you listing what your service offers, I'm sorry, but you could have
my app.
yeah, like you could have done that on a PDF and send it across. Like, that's a bit pointless on a sales call. You should be highlighting what your service offers by focusing on how are you solving that problem that they have for them. Not by saying, well, you get this, and this, and it costs this much. Because you're not going to get much out of that conversation. Some people might convert, but it's not great sales, in my opinion.
No. Solve the problems, present the solutions.
Yeah.
And then if they actually say, oh yeah, that sounds like exactly what I'm looking for, awesome, this is the investment. Do not share the price with someone that doesn't want to buy it.
Yeah.
They've not got to that step of the call yet.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be pitching. If you can't help them, don't pitch.
Yeah.
If they don't want it, don't pitch. You've got to keep opening the doors. And if you just run through all the doors and you're at the end with the price, they're not buying from you. I think confidence in sales also comes down to clarity of direction and having a plan and like a sales flow to follow, not about like following a script, but knowing the different stages of the conversation. It's not just like a wing it thing, you know. We've got the different stages which we go through with all of our clients, but not going to share that on the podcast because it's too valuable. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. The question is how to best respond to a ghosted message. Should I ignore it and move on or circle back?
Always follow up. I always say that, especially in this day and age that we live in, most people open DMs whilst they're doing something else, and they most likely forget that they've even opened that DM, and they might come back 2 weeks later being like, oh, I'm so sorry, I totally forgot. It happens to us, to be honest. You do it a lot. Actually.
Oh, I'm really bad for it. I try and mark as unread, but sometimes I'll like click on it by accident and like forget, and then 2 days later go back to it and like I think presume ignorance, not malice.
Exactly.
You know, people have missed it. Something came up, like whatever, like they were on the toilet when they opened it. Like, just presume they've not seen it, and just what would you do if someone hadn't seen it? So definitely circle back. If you ignore and move on, you're going to lose leads and opportunities. I think it's in how you follow up. So like, you know, I hate things like, hi, just following up on this, just circling back, like stop using jargon, just be yourself. One of my favorite ways to do this, to re-engage someone, is by sending a little like meme or a gif or something just like funny, like one of those little like people like waving or like just something that's just like a bit of fun, but is ultimately going to prompt that message to go back up in the DMs. One other really simple thing that is actually quite effective, but isn't even sending a message, is liking the previous message that they've sent to you, and then you pop back up to the top of their DMs list. So like, so simple, but it's just about creating that notification so that they see it and then they're like, oh shit, I forgot to reply.
Yeah.
replying to a story. You know, there's loads of ways around it that aren't I just following up, did you see my message? Because like
Yeah.
it's just like that's when you get into ick territory.
Yeah. I think that's great. Great advice. Look at you.
Thank you. Am I full of it today?
Yeah, she's on fire today. But I would say as well, these are all tips that would help with ghosting if your actual initial message was genuine and good enough in the first place. So what we see a lot of times at the moment is people using ChatGPT to type their messages back to people, or any other AI software, and you can see when something is either copy pasted or drafted using AI. You need to be genuine with your DMs to get more responses. Like, you can't automate it fully. You shouldn't be having a bot in your DMs, like speaking to other people. And it shouldn't be too formal. Like, you're talking to someone in the DMs, it should be just a nice conversation, just like you would text your friend. My favorite thing, that advice that I always give, and it works really well, is like, if you have a lot to say, don't send a massive message to someone. Break it down into multiple messages. It feels more genuine. It feels like less copy pasted, more authentic. So everything that we just said about ghosting and things to like follow up with would work if it was a genuine like accidental ghost and not actually them ghosting you because the initial message was not great.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that would be advice for anyone that has outreach as part of their like acquisition in their business. Because we see that a lot across the board.
Yeah, brilliant. We do. And we see it going, like, people getting quite disheartened with things like DMs and stuff. And, you know, we've said it before on the pod, but we will say it again today. We're not talking about cold messaging. We do not message people that have not entered the ecosystem in some way. We don't just send random people on the internet messages. We would never advocate or do that ourselves. What we do, haha, is send messages to like new followers or people that are engaging with your content or interacting with stories or sending messages to you, commenting on posts. Like, if people are engaging with you, that's when you message them. That's warm outreach. It's not cold outreach. You're not spamming people. If they didn't want you to message them, they should not have followed the page or interacted with you. And they've literally waved at you. So wave back. Don't be rude. So next one, should you be using multiple social media platforms to post?
Yes and no. Yes, if you can keep it up and can consistently show up on all of them. No, if you can't even be consistent on one of them.
Mm-hmm.
We see so many people always talking about, oh, maybe I should start posting on TikTok. Maybe I'll get better results there. And I'm like, no, it's not the platform, really. It's really not the platform. They're all very similar. Yes, do they have different audiences? Yes, we do see that they're, you know, something like LinkedIn is used mostly for networking, like a lot of work stuff, a lot of more B2B things. But if it's more for like getting like customers like that are individuals rather than businesses, Instagram, TikTok would pretty much do the same job. YouTube would be a great one as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we do see, I think for YouTube, what we see with some of our clients that do use YouTube, especially when they're in more of like specialist niches, long form expert content warms up a lead so much quicker than short form. And if you think about it, the more minutes someone is spending engaging and learning from you, the more likely that you are to build that trust, and then they're going to be likely to buy. So we've seen really high quality leads come from YouTube because they've spent more time engaging with the brand and getting value and being nurtured, essentially. If you're someone that loves to chat and you've got a lot of knowledge to share in a specialist area, but you're currently only doing short form content, it's possible that YouTube could be a really good extension because you're then basically creating a different content type in a different platform. But again, just what Nora said, if you can't keep up just Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is, don't then add in another channel and add more complexity. But if you're kind of like, well, you know, I'm smashing Instagram, I'm posting all the time, getting good results from it, but I want to scale and do more, then maybe consider some long form content on YouTube, which you could then turn into shorts as well to repurpose on other channels. So I think it's great to have multi-platform, but like
Only
make sure that you're ready for it. Yeah, nail one first, then move on.
Love it. What are your top 3 tips for social media? Go, quick. You don't need to think. Go, go, go. Go!
I'm stressed. Okay. Tip number 1, be yourself, stop copying other people and don't use like AI shit. Tip number 2 is don't overthink, just create and post. Not everything's going to be perfect, but like actually showing up is more important than like perfect posts. Top tip number 3 is it's called social media for a reason. So be sociable, don't ignore your community, speak to your audience, talk on your stories, show up and talk and be sociable. Don't just post and ghost. Okay, your turn. What are your top 3 tips?
Oh, they're the same.
Oh, fuck off. Come on,
They
do some
are. If you
more.
were to ask me, I was literally gonna say, be consistent, be authentic, and actually talk to people.
Well, they're kind of different.
No, they're not. They're the same thing. They're literally the same thing.
Okay, well, then we're so aligned.
Don't change your
How
font every reel, please. Like, it's just so disturbing. I'm sorry, but like, you know, when you go on someone's feed and they've changed their font about 20 times in the last, like, 3 weeks, and I'm like, I don't know if it's my OCD. Maybe it's just me. Maybe, I don't know, but it bothers
well, I
me.
think
It does
you
bother
can
me.
have like a couple of complementary fonts. I'm quite a fan of like one for headings, one for captions, so they like work together. It's like it looks cool, but I think that if every post is like different colors, different fonts, different vibes, there's no synergy.
Yeah.
There's no branding. It's a bit chaotic and ugly. I do agree on that. So I think, yeah,
Because no one gets,
branding.
you know what you want people to feel? You want people to feel when they see your content, oh, I know whose content this is.
Exactly.
That
They
brand
scroll and they stop.
identity thing, the consistency that you bring through your brand, that when people see your content, you're like, ooh, like, love this content. We'll
That's
to the profile.
exactly that. And we were having this conversation actually yesterday with a client, and it was just on like that feeling of like that such and such as content.
Yeah.
And this also comes down to not just the fonts and the colors, but the visuals that you use. So something that I've seen quite recently as well, and that we were speaking about, was starting your videos. If you're using like what is it, like a face to camera or like B-roll, make sure your face is in it, because if it's the back of your head and people are scrolling and they love your content but they don't know it's you, they're not going to stop and watch your piece. So make sure like you're in the videos, your face is in the videos, and the visual makes sense to the topic. And it's just those small things that make a huge, huge difference when it comes to brand identity and stopping the scroll. Couldn't say that. That was a bit of a mouthful. Stopping the scroll. Stopping the scroll.
Stopping scroll. I've got another one. I've got 2 actually.
Go on.
I'm on fire.
Okay.
So
we're on fire.
Well, people will enjoy this one. Okay, so when you talk to the camera, which is very essential if you want to build a personal brand, stop starting the videos with, hi guys, just wanted to jump on here, and just get straight to the point. I've done it before.
Happy Monday. Like, happy Monday.
I do this quite a lot. I do this, the Happy Monday one. I'm guilty of doing that quite a lot. But yeah, don't start with, hi guys, just wanted to jump. You're already there. Just start the sentence. You've jumped on there. Like, go for it. Go.
I'm just having a look at some of these other questions before we wrap. We've got how to work with you and what you offer, and how to plan content. I guess that's like 2 separate things. So maybe we start with the how to plan content bit. It is different for everyone, I'm not going to lie. We have clients that plan their content in different ways depending on how they work best, and how we plan our content is different to how some of our clients plan their content. You need a structure, you need a strategy, and you need a system. 3 S's. So when I think about content planning, I need to make sure that I know what my objective is for the posts, but what kind of posts that I need to be planning out, and then actually having somewhere to put all of this stuff. We actually had a call this morning with a client, and they were using their phone notes app to write loads of content ideas. Great in principle, not great in practice. Yeah, cool. You've got an idea on the go, you just want to write it down. But what you're doing is you're adding an extra step into the workflow of content, because you're listing things somewhere, and then you've got to take that list of ideas and then formulate that into your strategy and then plan it from there. So we've just moved the phone notes into a simple spreadsheet system that's got their themes, their formats, and their weekly strategy. So when they get an idea, rather than putting it on a list that never gets actioned, it goes directly into the planner, which has got all of the pillars and the strategy built in. That may work for you. You may prefer something like Notion, which we personally use because we like having, everything in one place. But for some people, like too many systems, it really comes down to, I think, a personal preference and what you can keep up to date, because it's all well and good having a plan, but you've got to actually do it.
Yeah, 100%. And then how to work with us. If you do want to work with us, we would love to chat to you. Now, we primarily work with service-based businesses. That's where our strengths lie. So we'd like to focus on that. That can range. We're not set on like any specific industry. We do primarily, have a lot of fitness coaches and in the wellness space, like gym owners and stuff like that. But we also work with other people in other industries as well. And yeah, like what we want is people that want to put the work in. We don't sell quick fixes. We work with people on a collaborative basis. We like to think that we join your team and advise you on anything to do with business strategy, marketing, content, and so on. But in terms of how, you could check out our Instagram. On there, there's quite a few different testimonials, case studies of us working with people. And then there's our website on the link in our bio where you can check out a bit more about what the services include, and you could book a call straight away. Alternatively, simpler, you could just DM us and we will get back to you. We both manage that inbox and you'll get to speak to one of us and we can book in a call to explore things more.
Exactly. Yeah, pop us a message. We have a couple of different service options. So based on your budget, based on your business, we are currently full on our content shoot packages, which is actually really exciting because we've only been running for nearly 7 months, and we're full on our VIP offer. So if you are interested in the content shoots where we plan, script, shoot, and edit your content for you, you can join our waitlist. And if a spot comes available, then we'll be in touch. But we have all of our consultancy and systems and strategy support packages. So great news on that. But if you are interested in any of our other packages, we've got consultancy options and coaching that are available as well, where we support you one-to-one with systems, marketing, and more. My God, did you see what happened in our DMs this week?
No, what happened?
Wait, let me find it. So do you know after High Rocks, I took a selfie with a beer, then I put it on our photo dump on Sunday.
Yeah.
If you go, wait, let me find it. A man replied to the selfie of the beer. He says, "Can I give you money, beautiful?" Yeah, of course you can,
If
hon.
you want to sign up,
I'll just take the money, but I didn't know just posting selfies with beer would get me such messages. I thought that was so funny.
some social media advice, people.
I post a selfie with a beer and get sugar daddies in the inbox. Can I give you money? Yeah, you can.
So funny. You didn't tell us about your High Rocks though. Do you want to tell the people?
What do you want to know?
Tell us how it went.
I got PB. Yeah, shout out to Helen. I don't know if you listen, Hells, but we smashed it.
You did.
Yeah, I think we shaved. So from my last doubles time, it was 11 minutes faster. So we did it in 1:11, which we were hoping for like 1:50. So really happy. Next time
I'm
it'll
so
be
proud
a
of you.
sub 70 goal. But yeah, buzzing about that. That was really exciting. Yeah, now just 4 weeks till the next one.
Well done. That was sick.
Thank you.
That was epic.
Thank you. What would be your biggest takeaway of the week, Nora? Or the last week?
Don't forget to eat breakfast. No, I'm joking. Do you know yours?
Don't underestimate the support that people might have for you. I think sometimes it's easy to get in your head and think like maybe I've not done a good enough job, or like this person now hates me, or like misconstrued a message, or like overthink something. And then, people are actually good in general. Like not everyone's an asshole. So like, don't just presume. Yeah, I think the takeaway for me is presume ignorance, not malice. And like, don't think that people are out to get you, and just be like, stay positive, stay calm, and trust that, everything's going to work out, because it normally does work out better than you expect.
And you can only control your own actions. You can't control other people's actions. So as much as it's very hard for both of us to not worry, and we're very similar in that sense, I think, this week has shown us that don't have to. I think it comes down to like, that's my business takeaway of the week. And I think it's linked to yours, but in a different way. Be obsessed with your craft and it's going to pay off. Like if you trust that you're doing a good job, you show up for people, you have an impact, and lead with that, good things will happen. Like, and it might not be instantaneous, but it will happen. And you just need to trust that. And it will pay off.
Yeah, I love it. I think that's so true in so much in business, isn't it? If you work at what you do and you're always open to learning and improving and getting better at your actual craft or service, you will succeed. As soon as you get complacent, you stop working on it, you think you know it all. Over.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I find so good. We've hit our best month in business, which was epic. But then we had this like back and forth on WhatsApp. It was like, it's so cool to find someone that shows up the same way. right? Like, we did that. Like, I messaged you and I was like, we did this. Like, no one else's work. Like, it's ours. And it's something so fulfilling from knowing that you did it, and like it wasn't with anyone else's like help or anything like that. It's because you showed up, you did good work, and you deserve it, you know. And I think there's nothing wrong with knowing that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
earned it,
we did.
literally.
We did.
Yay, go
Cool.
as well. High five to the best month ever at gel history today.
Woo!
Let's make April even bigger and better. And yeah, thank you as always for tuning in, peeps. It was great to answer your questions. Thanks for submitting them. Yeah, if you want to come on as a guest, or if you've got questions or ideas and stuff you want us to cover, pop us a message, and we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
But enjoy the rest of your week and have a fantastic April.
Yeah, and a good bank holiday weekend to anyone in the UK. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Bye.
Awesome. See you next week, guys.